Okay, not sure if my sound is working well or not. So welcome. Uh, this is actually a transition for me from my first tests of doing a little YouTube video, which was actually about bike stuff, but my artworks were in the background. I'm a visual artist, trained as a visual artist, did a bachelor's of fine art education specializing in drawing. And I'm an educator and advocate for the arts uh, in early childhood education and in special needs education. But I just wanted to show you what I'm going to test out here, and that is taking some neon markers I've been having a lot of fun drawing with, and test them for color fastness, because that's one of my concerns. Although these are a reputable company, Winsor and Newton, and these are alcohol-based markers. So basically, it's some sort of a dye that is suspended in alcohol. And Winsor and Newton has a good reputation, so most of their colors should be, to a certain degree, fairly color fast. But with neon, I'm a little bit uncertain, and it's not that clearly stated on the markers themselves. So, I mean, I could probably investigate a bit more online on Winsor and Newton's site, but I'm going to do a typical test for paints. This is often done, artists will do this, and that is to take these materials and use them on a piece of paper here, which I'm going to start to do right now. And then what happens is you cover half of the material and you put it in the sunlight for a week or so, and then you have to just let it sit, don't disturb it. But I'll show you what I mean. These are getting a bit worn out. This one I use a lot. This is the neon. It looks like a light green, but it actually comes across as a very neon yellow, yellowish green, greenish yellow actually. So it doesn't come through on the camera because that is the nature of fluorescence and neon. Is they really you have to be in person to get the true effect of fluorescence and neon. I haven't quite looked up the science behind that, but I'm quite positive, based on trying to photograph these things and then share them with online or digitally or whatever, the neonness is really difficult to get it to come through. You have to boost things, and even then it does not appear how it does in person. I assume that is just the nature of fluorescence. I think I did look it up, and there was some mention of that. Okay, so I think I've just got one more here to put on this piece of paper. Then I'll show you what you can do, how you can test the color fastness. So just for your own reference, like I said, painters have been doing this for, probably hundreds of years. So now I have my selection of color laid out on here on this piece of paper, and I'm going to take something to cover it. So I cover half of it, and then I have to secure that down so that light does not get underneath. So I'm just going to use my painter's tape here, and I'm going to just tape that down so that it doesn't move by accident. And then I'm going to put it on the ledge near my window, which I'm in the tropics near the equator, about 300 miles from the equator in Singapore. And so the sun is quite powerful in that way and degrades things, rubber, wood, whatever is exposed to the tropical sun, you will see gets really, really degraded quickly. So this should be a quite relatively fast test. If you're in the north and it's winter, UV might have an effect on certain colors, but it may be less or slower process that the color degrades. But you can see this on posters, especially, that kind of thing, typical sort of poster grade images, if you put it beside a window, even if it's on the wall near a window, and you watch it over the years, you will see that the color changes rapidly, especially things like children's art materials, children's arts that they make with school materials. Those materials are very unstable, and sometimes you can see the color just completely drains, and you're left with something like a weird bluish grayish image after a few years. Okay, so this is ready. I could put a weight on top if I wanted to be really meticulous, but I don't think that's really necessary, especially if I put it this way, kind of, and the sun is coming this way. It's going to hit there, and that's going to be exposed. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pop this in the window for a week, and then I'll come back and share it online so that you can see if there's a difference or not. And for myself, because I'm using these to make artworks, I'm a little bit concerned in particular about the yellow, because in the store they had, where I bought these markers, they had actually done a demo, not a demo, but a little sample paper, and the yellow had turned completely a different color. I don't know if that was the paper that they did it on or how long that's been there, but that was a little concerning to me. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen here. This is very good quality marker and pen paper, Hahnemühle German paper, specifically designed for marker and ink. This is just a pencil line that I drew here to sort of guide my sample, but that's it. I'm just going to pop it in the window, and I'll check back in next week and let you know the results. Okay, have a great rest of the day, and yeah, maybe we'll see you soon for many more tests of some materials, and it's going to be useful for you and useful for me as well. All right, cheerio for now.